Dude, how sick was that Paramore dub mashup, whatever you want to call it? I feel like there's so many different genres nowadays that it's like trying to call it one thing. Someone's gonna get frustrated and call you a poser, but dude, that shit was so sick. I've probably had that on my phone saved for maybe a month, and I've been meaning to put that in the episode somewhere. And going through my phone, getting things kind of ready for this episode, I came across it again and got re-hyped on it again. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that bitch right at the beginning. So I hope you enjoyed it. I honestly, I probably took too long setting up this podcast episode because I kept playing it over and over and over again. Because I wanted to have my intro come right after it, and I just kept playing it over and over again. I don't know exactly who it is. I mean, okay, I got it from TikTok, and the account is Tsunami Music X. So I would imagine that this person goes by the stage name Tsunami Music. You can check. I should actually follow them. I don't think I actually followed them. I was just scrolling through TikTok, found it, saved it, and then accidentally forgot about it. So yeah, this is on TikTok at Tsunami Music X. I'll try and find a link, or if not, I'll just put the at tag. But shit's sick. I'm gonna go follow them for sure, or her. I think it's a girl. Well, it is a girl. I don't know if it's anyone else. So, but yeah, thought that was pretty sick. And anyways, yeah, welcome back to another episode. I hope you enjoyed my special Halloween edition episode. I had a ton of fun doing that. I put a lot into it. It was pretty, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a ton of fun doing it. From, I mean, buying the things that I needed for it, which, being a green screen / blue screen for the video, which is sick. If you haven't checked it out, you can head over to my Instagram at It's Danny Todd. You can't miss it because I'm dressed as Hulk Hogan. Even if you don't even listen to the episode, just go to my Instagram and look the video. It's I don't know. It's funny. It's definitely, I mean, the episode was great, but the video part, I think, is what made that all worth it, is just because it was just so ridiculous. But yeah, I had a ton of fun. If you listened to it, hope you liked it. Thank you for listening to it, of course, as always, for any episode. And yeah, just had a lot of fun, put a lot into it. Had that super, super sick, spooky intro track, which is a banger. I wish I could use it for more. Maybe I'll just save it for next Halloween or half Halloween or something, or I don't know. It'll make its way around again because it's that sick, and I don't want it to go to waste. Which it didn't. I mean, it served its purpose on why I commissioned my friend Connor to do it. But not only that, I got that super sick, like, metal style logo, the Danny Toddcast logo, which, by the way, dropped some new merch with that sick logo. And you should go check it out and buy a shirt or a hoodie. And I think I might have done. Oh yeah, I did a fanny pack. Yeah, I'll put the link in the show notes so you can just drive on over there. I believe you can get 15% off with the code Toddcast15. So check it out. Anything you buy from there is basically going to get turned right back around into the podcast. It's not going to really go towards, buying food or groceries, which, I mean, of course, I need to put money towards adult shit. But anything you buy that, is revolving around the podcast, whether it's, donating on my Buy Me a Coffee site or, buying merch, it goes back into, I always got to upgrade gear. Your boy needs a new computer soon. So that's going to happen. So check it out. Buy, don't buy. As long as you're here listening, that's great. So one thing that I take away from that podcast episode that I'm still dealing with, and it's very hard day to day, especially now that it's getting pretty freaking cold here in Idaho. I think last night we got a little bit of snow, not enough to stick, but we went for a walk earlier and saw the mountaintops. They're covered in snow, so it's getting cold. But for my Halloween costume, I needed to become Hulk Hogan. And that means I need that, I guess it was a handlebar mustache. I think that's what it's called. So I needed the handlebar mustache, the Fu Manchu. I don't know. One of those is probably not politically correct, but who cares? Um, so I had to shave, you know? So did that right up the center, right up the chin to the lip, all the sides. If you know, you should probably already know what I'm talking about. If you don't know who Hulk Hogan is, which would be shocking, just Google who that is. So anyways, I'm, an adult and I'm also not actually Hulk Hogan. So, you know, once the episode was done and the filming was done and drunkenly going to sleep that night with this ridiculous facial hair setup, you know, I had to shave it off. So, no more beard, of course, which is always, I tend to do this maybe like once, maybe twice a year. I think last year, I don't know. I can't remember the last, at least once a year, I get super bored and I decide to shave my beard. And I'm like thinking like, oh, it'll be a good look, like I'll look good. I'll look fly, I'll look dapper, like, whatever you want to call it. Like I'll look good. And you know what? It never ends up looking good. I just look one. So I'm basically, oh, I'm almost 30. 29, I turn, 30 February 21st. So I'm almost there. The big 3-0. But when I shave, I honestly probably look like I'm pushing like, 23, 24 maybe. I definitely take off at least 5 years of my age, which I guess to some people might be like, yeah, I want to do that. I guess maybe when I'm like in my 60s, then I can, shave and be like, hey, I'm not 60. I'm 53. But it's almost like an instant regret kind of thing. Like I'll shave and then it just shows everything that my beard was hiding. Of course, I'm not insanely overweight. I'm sure by standards of whoever makes the freaking standards, I'm probably overweight for my height, my age. Muscle baby. But, you know, my dieting and, everything hasn't been great. I've also been kind of sick for the last like, I don't know, half a week, which has been an absolute shitstorm. Super annoying. But got a little bit, when I'm clean shaved, baby faced DT, some of that little double chin gobble gobble thing kind of, okay, gobble gobble sounds not good. I don't have a vagina hanging from the bottom of my neck. If that's what you're wondering. So gobble gobble is not the right thing. Just a little bit of a little puffy little part underneath the chin there. And I hate it. Like I have to be like perfectly standing up straight or sitting up straight with my head like tilted perfectly for it to not show. So like it's my fault for being a little chub in the gullet, but I just as soon as I was like as soon as I decided I was gonna be Hulk Hogan, I knew I was gonna have to face the fact that I'm gonna have to be kind of baby faced for a little bit. Luckily, I didn't go skin tight on the shave. I left a little bit of scruff, but I'm also blonde, so like the scruff takes a few days to kind of darken up a little bit and grow. Luckily, right now, I got a little scruff going on, a little bit thicker. So, I mean, give it, see, the thing is, I'm just going to say, like, give it like a couple weeks and I'll be short beard, like to where you could call it a beard, I guess. But I don't know. Instant regret. I look like a little child that can grow facial hair, I guess. It's annoying. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that episode. It was fun. If you haven't listened, go check it out just so you can hear the at least listen to the damn intro because it's so sick. Yeah. So the other day, not the other day, it was like a couple weeks ago. I for the first time had this combination of food that at first I was like, what the hell are you doing? One that looks like throw up. Honestly, I got a little weird in my throat there when I like was imagining it. It does not look good at all. The color that it makes is weird. And honestly, I'm not even I don't even know if I can describe it. It's like a weird, like pink, light pink, like a mauve, grandma pink, sort of. But basically, what you get, and I don't know if you can use, you could probably use any salsa that you want, but you get, we've been doing the Tostitos salsa. And then what you do is you get cream cheese and you mix it together. I don't know. I mean, I love cream cheese. I love salsa. I've done, like, I guess kind of introducing myself into this combination when I first saw this mixed up in a bowl. I was like, I'm gonna just go dunk my chip into the cream cheese, and then I'll kind of like just dab dab it into the salsa, and then eat it. Dank. But when you have it mixed together, there's something that goes on, and it's just weird. It's like, the best way to describe it is like creamy salsa, and that sounds terrifying. It sounds like it should not go together. It does not go together. I mean, it is. The thing is, though, it's really fucking good. It's really good, especially when you get like, okay, I made it last night, and okay, by saying I made it, it I wouldn't even call it making anything. I literally just was like, all right, dunk salsa in a bowl, take about like 4 spoonfuls of cream cheese, and just, ew, that sounds gross. Mixed it together. And I try to leave it like there's some like clumps of the cream cheese so you get a little, little creamy. But it just, I almost don't want to look at it when I'm eating it because it just looks absolutely disgusting. Like it legit looks like you've had too much to drink the night before and you had like a creamy like Alfredo pasta, but you also had like a vodka, like that orangish pink sauce, and then maybe you threw in like a glass of wine, and then you threw up. That's what it looks like. That honestly made me get hot mouth. I'm so sorry. I hope you did not throw up in your mouth right there. Um, and then I'm gonna tell you to go try it. You should go try it. Get like your favorite chip, a nice salty tortilla chip. Tostitos. I always want to say Tostinos. Tostino. That was probably not called for. Tostitos, like a nice salty one. I would say don't try and go for a hint of lime or any flavored ones, just because I don't know how that's gonna hold up with cream cheese and the salsa. And then try it, and then let me know. Hit me up on like Twitter or Instagram at It's Danny Todd on both of those. Let me know. But I did go on the Instagram, the good old IG, and I put one of those story questions up for people to kind of hit me up with, something that, what did I say? Let me see exactly what I said here. Okay, where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? I deleted it. Basically, I was asking if there's something that they like, that like it shouldn't go together, or you'd think it would not go together, but is amazing. Um, for some reason, I don't get it's very hit and miss. I feel like when it comes to my podcast, like I don't get a lot of people that want to interact with me, especially on the Facebook. I see that it's reaching people, but no one comments, no one does anything. So I mean, I urge you guys to, head on over to, like I said, my Instagram or Twitter at It's Danny Todd, or my Facebook for the podcast. I'm trying to, push that as well, kind of get people together. I'll have a link in the show notes. Like it, if I ever have a question or anything, you know, it might be up on there, and I just want to interact with all of you. So, um, yeah, I just want to connect with you guys, so you can head over to those. And I mean, it's going to be one, it'll be nice to hear from you guys. Maybe, maybe what you guys like, don't like, but also it'll make the episodes better. I want to have stuff from you guys, the listeners, inside the episode. Anyways, so I will say 2 of these I've definitely had. One of them I've definitely had a ton. I'm just gonna start with that one, is French fries and you dip it in mayonnaise. And I can understand, I feel like I don't know, I've always thought that was, you know what? I think when I was younger, I did think it was kinda gross because I don't know, now I love mayonnaise. Not to the point where I'm gonna, like, eat a spoonful, but, like, when I get a sandwich or anything, I'm always slabbing extra mayo, especially if I know the place has good mayonnaise. Oh, yeah. I'm getting extra mayo for sure. But French fries and mayonnaise is definitely, it's like a very, very popular in the Netherlands. And, my mom, she grew up, in overseas and whatnot. And I totally am just forgetting where. Oh, Singapore. She grew up in that area. And I guess she grew up as, mayonnaise being the main, condiment for your French fries. And growing up, I always, if we went to even just McDonald's, like when she would have fries from there, she would put a little, dollop of mayonnaise on her plate. And I think when I was younger, I was like, ew, that's gross. Like I'm dunking my shit in ketchup or sweet and sour sauce, barbecue sauce, like mayonnaise. I was like, And I think as I got older and started to actually like mayonnaise more, and I started to become that double up on that mayo sandwich kind of person, then I started realizing that I was starting to reach for mayonnaise to have as a condiment to dip my fries in. So I don't think it's that weird. I don't also think that it's like one of those things that you don't think goes together. But then again, it's been a part of my life for so long that like it doesn't just seem out of the normal, I guess. I don't know. There is this next one that I want to try. I just got to figure out what I mean. The homie said dill pickles on tacos. I yeah, I guess. It also depends on which kind of taco. Like, are we talking ground beef? Are we talking like chicken? Carne asada? Like, what kind of tacos? And like dill pickle, are you talking like, are we dicing it so it's like semi relish like? Or are we slabbing a wedged pickle on that bioche? Because there's one that, I mean, if it's a full on wedge of pickle, that might be too much for me. But if it's like maybe like little cut up, like almost, see, like it's not relish, right? Relish, you need to have like all the shit in it. So if you have like little pieces of pickle, I could get with that. Well, like a nice little hard snap of the pickle when you're biting into that. I'm down with that. It's not something you'd think of though. I'm gonna go to Taco Bell, I probably have to go to like one of those Taco Bell, KFC little shindigs and be like, yeah, I like to get the taco, but can you throw like some pickle chips on that? They'd be like, what the fuck? But yeah, I don't know. I'll try it. That's gonna be an at home thing. Like I'm not going anywhere that like I'm not going to a Mexican restaurant or somewhere that I can get tacos. Like I'm not gonna ask them to put a pickle on it. Because I mean this place makes tacos for a living and I'm not gonna put a freaking damn. How about that car be a little louder? Or motorcycle, whatever. You probably didn't even hear it. Um, that's going to be a at home venture for sure. That way I can have like a ton of tacos. And if for some reason, I mean, even if I like it, I don't necessarily think I'm going to continue to put pickles on my tacos. I don't know. So this next one, I for sure am never going to try it. I've seen a video or two probably on the TikTok again. I'm telling you guys, TikTok is great. I hate it, but I love it at the same time. This one I've seen videos and I can't remember the reactions. It was some guy I know he does like these things where people send in requests like, "Hey, try this with this or that with that." And I remember seeing this, but I just don't remember what his reaction was. I can bet a lot of money that it was probably absolutely disgusting. And this is probably why it made the list. And I actually think that this is going to be the number one on the list. And I have a short list. I have like two more after this. Um, Ew. Peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwich. That's absolutely disgusting. Miracle Whip. Let's look at this shit. I spelled whip wrong. Whip does not have an E at the end. Ew. Yeah. Ugh. Miracle Whip and peanut butter sandwich. What is a peanut butter and mayo sandwich called? Please tell me there's not a name for it. Ew. It's not anything out of the normal. It just like when you think about it, like a PB&J sandwich, you immediately, unless you're some crazy ass person and don't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, or like if they're not your favorite, like you can at least like have the craving for it sometime in your entire life. So you think of PB&J, that's amazing. Well, this is a PB&M. Dry mouth. Dude, that's absolutely disgusting. Like, even if it's the best mayo from your favorite sandwich shop or whatever, but I don't think there's any way you can have me try a peanut butter and mayo sandwich. The only way I think I'd be able to try this is if you put like a couple slabs of bacon in there. Because then there's some sort of like extra salt, that fat to break through everything. I don't know, dude, but like peanut butter and Miracle Whip sandwich, you can entirely miss me with that one. Ugh. If I try it, I'll have to just do it on like a video and be like, hey, I'll have to try. Maybe I'll just do a live video on my Instagram trying these things. And if I get some more people to comment on something, oh, dude, I legit just got the chills from. I need to close this browser window. Miracle Whip and peanut butter. Oh, fuck out of here. But why Miracle Whip? Does it have to? Wait, this person said Miracle Whip. Is it better? Is that like the go-to for PB&Ms? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's number one on the list. And these next two, I don't know. The ones I got were weak sauce. One of them I've had growing up. The dill pickles on tacos. I'll try it. Doesn't sound gross. It sounds refreshing, especially if like it's a summertime deal and you're out, the elements, having a nice, cerveza. Like I can imagine a dill pickle on that. Gosh. Peanut butter and a Miracle Whip sandwich can do fuck you. Number one on the list, as in the worst. The next one I'm down with, but it would be like you'd have to smoke like an entire blunt to yourself. Cheesecake and flaming hot Cheetos. I can see why. It makes sense, but also, why don't you smoke a little bit more weed and just fall asleep? Or make like a legit food, like for, I don't know, cheesecake and flaming hot Cheetos. That's the sign of a stoner. But I'll try it. I would try it. I don't know. And this next one makes no sense to me at all. If you're the one that sent me this, I'm sorry. I just this one's stupid. I'm sorry because I've honestly probably have made this a few times in my entire life, and it's incredible. I might have add maybe bacon, but the thing is, if you had bacon to anything, it's gonna be good. But this one, I don't. This one, I'll make it today. Grilled cheese and jam makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. You got the nice bread toasted. Usually, and we're back to mayo. I like to put mayo. I actually made a grilled cheese yesterday. Had some sourdough. It's not my go-to for my grilled cheese, but I had a nice sourdough. I like to put mayo on the outsides instead of butter, and then so I put that down. That makes it nice and crispy. Get some flavor in there from the mayo. And then, I'll put some like maybe some mustard. I almost kind of do like a a nod to like a Cubano. That's what I did last. But if I had some jam, I would for sure throw a nice little layer of that because you get the saltiness from the bread with the mayo, with the cheese. If you put any condiments on it, like I said, I put a little bit of mustard. Maybe if I put jam, I'm not going to put mustard, but to have that nice, consistency of the jam and, the sweetness probably a little bit on the tart side too. I honestly can make a lot of sense of that. It's almost like one of the sandwiches that I actually have never made it. I've bought it a few times at one of my local places back home in California. I guess it wouldn't be local to me anymore. It's like a turkey and brie sandwich, and sometimes they have like a fig spread on it. It all makes sense. You need like the sweet, the salty, the whatever. So I don't know. That one, I think I kept it on there because I didn't get a lot of people to hit me up on that. So yeah. If you have any that aren't on this list, which I'm sure there's a ton, hit me up, please. I will continue. I will next episode, I will throw some more at you guys if I get any more. And yeah, let's move on. And this is another thing. I was kind of just going through the motions. I mean, I've been not feeling good for the last, geez, I mean, Tuesday. Weird, just it's besides the point of how I'm feeling. But I was, out of commission, just kind of going through the shits, and okay, not going through the shits. I don't have the shits. I haven't had the shits. Just going through the shit. And I kind of was thinking, because recently I've been in like trying to get into making, nice, alcoholic drinks. You know, got the Manhattan and all that stuff, and want to get more knowledge of it. And I was thinking, what are some of the things, like I was kind of imagining like the times I've gone to a bar and have asked for a certain drink or something like that. And I kind of think about the bartenders and what they're going through and like the stupid shit that they see and have to do, and all that fun stuff. So I found this article on BuzzFeed. I'll probably just go through a few of them. I don't really know how many there are. So yeah, BuzzFeed, bartenders are sharing the things they absolutely hate that customers do, and I'm taking notes. That's what it says. Um, let's find one here. Okay, I'm guilty of this, and I'm so sorry to any of my bartender friends. So bartenders hate when you open and close a tab a million times. Um, I don't think I've done it a million times, but there's probably been, I don't know. I mean, probably like 3 times. Not like 3 different occasions on days and weeks and months or whatever, but like within one time at one place, you know, I would go up and get a drink and they say, "Hey, do you want to open a tab?" And I'll be like, "No, I'm good. Thank you." Close it out. And then I'll come back. Same deal. I've probably done that 3 or 4 times. But it sucks because it's like, I don't know when we're going to leave this place. I think we're going to leave after drink 1 or 2. So me opening up a tab, one, I think I'm going to spend way much more. I I think I'm going to spend more money if I have a tab open. So in my head, I know it's annoying. I'm sorry. I also don't think we're going to be there that long. And I'm also trying to save money. So I just like close it. And then I'm like, well, shit, I need another drink. No one wants to buy one for me. So I'm going to go buy myself another drink. Keep the tab closed. And then I have to come back again. So I can understand, because it's like, dude, just keep the tab open. This will make everyone's life easier. It's like, well, dude, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for. I thought I was going to leave halfway through drink number 1. So you know what? I'm sorry. I am sorry. So, all right, let's find another one. Okay, here. Let's see here. Bartenders hate when you wait till the last minute to order a bunch of drinks. This one is a photo of Robert Downey Jr. rolling his eyes. I really wish people would say their whole order instead of one at a time. Customer, this is just, I mean, obviously you can make up your own story, but basically someone would be like, "Oh, I'll take a martini." Bartender goes and makes that martini, tells you how much. I was like, "Oh, can I also have 4 Long Islands?" Just say the entire order at once. I'm sure the thing is, I've probably been guilty of all of these things at one point in in my life, especially being on tour, where like if you're out at a bar with, the tour package and whatnot, like it gets rowdy and you just kind of, I don't know, everything goes out the window. This one, I've never done. And I know this for a fact. Well, I've taken part in it, but I'm not the one that initiates it. Bartenders hate when you interrupt them during a super busy shift to take a photo. I've been in photos where the bartender has taken the photo. I've never been the one that's like, "Hey, can you take a photo?" Also, the one time that does stick out in my head, it was like a restaurant bar, and it was definitely really dead, like, to the point where, like, all 4 of us were talking with, like, the 2 bartenders. Like, they weren't busy besides just, like, hanging out with us and them just being, you know, washing cups and shit because they have nothing else to do because we're good on drinks for the moment. So, but I can understand that. It's like, dude, I'm trying to get 15 other people their drinks. Take your own damn photo. Okay. Let's see here. This one has a screenshot from a text. And who really knows if this is real shit? As far as like this text that I'm going to read after. Bartenders hate when you order a complicated drink in a dive bar. You're at a dive bar. Get a shot, get a beer. There you go. You don't need to get some crazy ass drink in a dive bar. So this person was like, a while back, I told a guy that I couldn't make an old fashioned because I was out of amaretto. I know there's not amaretto in it, but I figured if he thought I was stupid, he'd quit trying to order cocktails at a dive bar. Smart. You don't need to order an old fashioned at a dive bar, okay? If you want an old fashioned, for one, all due respect to the bartenders, but like, of course, it's a dive bar. They're trying to go for speed here. They're trying to take care of orders. The last thing they want to do is mix together an old fashioned because chances are, no matter how good that person is, it's probably not going to be as good of an old fashioned if you go to an actual bar, like a legit bar, or like a nice establishment. I get it if you're poor, but like, don't go to a dive bar to get an old fashioned. Just put that, however much that old fashioned is going to cost you, put that towards like a shot and a beer, or 2 shots or 17,000 beers. I don't know. I can understand that one, like 100%. Have I done that? Probably. Am I sorry? Sure. This is one thing that I definitely do, or I still do at restaurants. I'm sure. I don't know. I've heard different things. Again, you can hit me up and say what you think if you are in the service industry, even just a bartender. I can kind of understand this, but bartenders hate when you try to clean up like this, and it's showing a photo of your pint glass, and there's like your paper towels that you used inside of it. So I can kind of understand that because instead of having to just take the glass and put it, under that little sink contraption that they have where they push and the water, now they have to go to the trash can and try and like dump all this paper out. You know for sure that the wads of paper at the very bottom of the glass are not coming out right away. Chances are you got to put your hand in there, and now you got to wash your hand. Like, I can understand that. The dining out thing with the plates and all that stuff, I feel like that might be different. But then again, I'm not quite sure. But it does make sense. Let's see here. Let's try and find one more. Okay, I do like this one. Bartenders hate when you think they can tell the difference between all your cards. And this says, in quotes, "It's a blue chase card," end quotes. Memoirs of a closing bartender. I've definitely been in that situation where we split tabs or there's a lot of tabs, and the bartender or whoever is taking our order, comes back with our cards. And chances are, one or two other people have the same looking card as mine. And they're trying their best, but you just gonna lay it out there and be like, all right, get it on your own. Just find the name that is on your card, and there you go. So there. Um, let's find one more. No, 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 no. Okay. Bartenders hate when you make modifications that make literally no sense at all. So this one is a Pina Colada. So they wanted a pina colada, and then in quotes they say extra creamy. And then this is the note that the bartender or the whoever took the order to the server. Sorry, I don't I don't know. I'm doing this live here. So the person ordered with their server a pina colada, and they asked it to be extra creamy. And the server, wrote down a note to the the bartender. I can't talk. The bartender uh below that says, I don't fucking know. That's just what he said he wanted. I guess add whip before you blend it. I don't fucking know. I hate it here. I guess that would make the most sense. But yeah, don't overcomplicate things. If you want a pina colada, either you get it on the rocks or blended. I guess if you want, be specific about it. Be like, hey, I'd like a pina colada, but is there any way you can put some like whipped cream in there before you blend it? I just like it a little bit on the creamier side. At least explain yourself. If you're just like, oh, I like a pina colada extra creamy. One, you're disgusting because it sounds disgusting. Because I don't know, but just explain yourself. Because then you're not going to get like a good drink. If they don't, I can understand that because the more you put on that server or bartender, the more they're not going to like you, and the more they want to get you out of the door, and they're just going to like put something in front of you. And obviously, like I can understand that's not the case for all things because you do want to maintain that good service. You want to be a good person, but also it's like a creamy margarita, dude. Like, this is stupid. Okay, I like this one though. I've over the years, and this is the last one, I promise. So over the years, I mean, I love beer, and I especially the IPAs. So when I do go to a place that you know is known for carrying a lot of IPAs, either I don't have a list or I can't see the list or something like that. I ask them to they like, what ones do you recommend? Or if I don't see IPAs, be like, hey, like, what IPAs do you have? And sometimes I don't even wait for them to say the whole list. If I hear one that I think is good, or I feel like the bartender is taking not too they're not taking too long, but the list is long and they're going through it, I feel bad. And I'm like, all right, just that one. Give me that one. So bartenders hate, this is number 17 on the BuzzFeed. Um, Bartenders hate when you let them list off 27 beers and just choose something else. And then this is a thing down, it's a meme, of course. When you've named off your whole beer list and they order a Bud Light, it's like, hey, why don't you just waste my time even more, Buddo? Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, interesting. I'm going to end this one off with something very interesting that this is not me trying to like find, I mean, all the things that I find for the solo episodes and whatnot, it's like, it's because I like it. It's funny. It's, thought provoking or just things I didn't know. And this one is definitely one of those things. Since I know that my mom and dad sometimes listen to this one, mom, dad, you can just skip this part, just close this one out, just because you don't need to hear me talk about it. Yeah. So this is on that iflscience.com site. I don't think I've ever gone on this site looking for anything. It's always just like I'm scrolling through Facebook usually. But yeah, iflscience.com. And the title of this article is Why Do Men Get Morning Wood? Well, you got me there. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the article and maybe just give some thoughts. But the ancient Greeks saw a man's daily sunrise salute. By the way, no longer calling it morning wood. It is now a sunrise salute. So the ancient Greeks saw a man's daily sunrise salute as evidence that the penis possessed his own will. Creepy. Medieval monks, on the other hand, saw it as a sinful rebellion on the male's body. So, what does science have to say about the story of morning glory? I love sunrise salute. That's so cool. It makes it sound regal. Alrighty. Scientists call it nocturnal penile tumescence, and it's been tumescence. I think that's right. Sorry, guys. Scientists call it nocturnal penile tumescence, and it's been the subject of scientific investigation since the 19th century, just like most matters involving a penis. Huh. Despite the glossy magazine myths, and morning rise is not evidence of sexual dream. In fact, it's not directly associated with sexual desires at all. Morning penile erections are involuntary and can affect everyone. From babies in the womb, great. That's an image I did not need in my head at 12:17. Is it 12:17? Yeah, it's 12:17. 12:17 on a Sunday. Yeah. So morning penile erections are involuntary and can affect everyone from babies in the womb to most prudish monk to the most prudish punk. Jeez. To the most prudish monk in the Middle Ages. Equally, women get clitoral erections during sleep too. Aha, we're not the only ones. So during our sleep, we drift through numerous phases of rapid eye movement, REM sleep, or non-REM sleep. In REM sleep, our minds dream and our nervous system undergoes a shift in balance from sympathetic nerve activity, which stimulates the fight or flight response, to a parasympathetic. Okay. In REM, I'm just going to start that sentence over. Sorry, people. In REM sleep, our minds dream and our nervous system undergoes a shift in balance from sympathetic nerve activity, which stimulates the fight or flight responses, to parasympathetic nerve activity associated with the resting and digesting or feeding and breeding. So this shifts towards the parasympathetic nervous system, resulting in your brain shutting down some of its chemical messengers, one of which is the norepinephrine, or the neurotransmitter that constricts blood vessels and helps to restrict blood flow. Without as much norepinephrine pumping around your body, blood flow commences and a hard-on will arise. By the way, I never knew hard-on was one word. The more you know. The more you know. Morning salutes and hard-on's one word. Where was I? There we go. The result is 3 to 5 erections during a full night's sleep, which each erection lasting around 30 minutes. Humans can wake up during REM sleep, so it's perhaps no surprise that you wake up with a morning horn. This website is going crazy with all these different names for a boner. It's great. But dude, five of them in a one night sleep? That's insane. And some of them lasting like around 30 minutes. Dude, that's a lot. That's nuts. I don't know. This is blowing my mind. It kind of makes me like I would never do it because it's creepy, but those camera, like you can get the cameras and then you can kind of set it up to kind of like an audio thing that kind of monitors your sleep, and kind of like if you talk or you fart or you're doing anything weird in your sleep, it like records it. I wonder if it would show that. That'd be weird. Like, oh damn, like 5? Damn. That'd be weird. I would never do it because that's creepy. But I just want to know, like, how do you test that? They must have done a sleep test to do this. Like, oh, okay. So, okay, this guy has a hard on right now. Okay, 30 minutes. Okay, it's down. Okay. Oh. Back up. Oh, okay. Oh, it's down. Okay. Oh. 6 boners. Okay. Averaging 30 minutes. Okay. Someone had to do that. That's the only way. Anyways, this still raises the question, does it serve a purpose, or is it some strange glitch of the nervous system? Well, scientists are not totally certain. However, there's some evidence to suggest it could help your penis stay nice and healthy. One of the main missions of the blood is to deliver it to tissues. Lots of blood flow equals lots of oxygen. Whoa. Whew. I'm so sorry, people. Lots of blood flow equals lots of oxygenation, meaning the tissue is healthy, prepped, and ready to repair itself and go about its daily business. The morning salute. So next time, this is in the thing. This is not me saying it, but it is me saying it. So next time you wake up, pitching a tent with no camping equipment, it's just your penis looking out for you. That's great, man. Honestly, that makes me feel good about myself. So fellas, next time, or women, I guess, I would imagine they said that women get them too. So don't, if you might have to hide it if you live with family or whatever, hide it. But, just know that if you have a morning salute and you're, if you pitch a tent, you got no camping equipment, just know that your downstairs business is looking out for you and you're doing good, sport. I think my takeaway from this is, one, it's good. If you don't get them, I don't know. That's something for your doctor. But I think my favorite thing out of this entire thing is calling it a sunrise salute. I've never heard that before. I breezed through this, like when I first saw this article, because some of this I wanted to read on the spot. But that's funny. Sunrise salute, baby. And with that, I salute you. And I will see you next time. Make sure to hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at It's Danny Todd. Facebook for the Danny Toddcast the link is in the show notes, baby. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Peace.
When the liquid soap dispenser is empty, just add water to it and make more soap. Be a man.
The Danny Toddcast.